Oh, jeez. It's time to come off. Thank you.
Welcome to Smoke Shop.
Yay. Oh, I tried to straighten up at least a little bit. I have not yet cleaned the shop, but hoping to try and get you some of this footage first. So, kids, I'm going to make an adjustment. Ouch. Ouch again. Every time I do that, it hurts. Stop doing it. Wow, man. Yeah, I can't move that up much more. Rosa, you're not fitting anymore. So that's pretty much where it's going to be.
Enter the skunk dimension. The time is short. Enter the skunk.
So what we're going to do, we're going to try something called the cut and butt, which is a method that I learned watching Fitzy's Fabrication. When I say I learned it in theory watching his videos. I have never done anything with it in practice. But basically, what it entails doing is I could overlap both top and bottom, but my top's looking pretty good. Since I don't know where my cut line is exactly here, and I have the extra material to do it, we're going to tack this in up top. Then we're going to tack it in overlapping at the bottom. Then I'm going to take my angle grinder and I'm going to cut through all of that. That should make this bottom piece and this piece at the same level. And if I cut it at the right angle, there won't be a huge gap there. If you made it this far, then you might have some grasp of what I'm talking about. But I just think that's going to be the easiest way to make this fit correctly. With all these compound, I mean, there's so many bends in this piece, and this piece and this piece are not shaped the same, and this piece and this piece and this piece and this piece are not shaped the same. So I have to manipulate all this stuff as I'm putting it in place, and the easiest way to do that is to get it welded basically there, beat it around, weld it there, beat it around, weld it there. It's just the process of how this is going to have to be done, in my experience, or lack thereof. So, that's what we're going after, it looks like. Saturday at Smoke's Shop. Oh, wait. Where's the button? I don't even know. Saturday. It's a little bit chilly out here, actually. That, and I don't really want to destroy my Sunday best Puddin's Fab Shop long sleeve shirt. Ooh. So, speaking of Puddin's Fab Shop, I'm totally representing today. Just saying. I don't know why, just coincidence. It's not like a outfit that I choose, like, hey, I gotta put on my Puddin's outfit today. Ma! Ma, I gotta get my pudding outfit on and act like pudding. I gotta make an adjustment, if you don't mind. Hey, we're back. Actually, we never left. Anyhow, when we last left Smoke, he was debating on doing the cut and butt, a technique he learned on YouTube watching Fitzy's Fab Shop. Now, the fact that this part is completely misshapen is not helping any. But where I'm at with it is I've got good contact here, and if I pull that magnet, I got pretty good contact across the top. I started to make a template, and then, since before I even started messing with this, I'm like, the cut and butt keeps popping in my head because I've watched him do it so many times, and it really is kind of a neat thing. Maybe I'll link a video to Fitzy's Fab Shop if you don't look it up yourself. So I think that's what we're going to do, is clean this up, get it ready to tack, and put some beads down. Get down on it. I really should get some decent welding gloves instead of these gigantic things that I use. Of course, I don't have my wire cutters. BRB. Oh, yeah. Wish me luck, kids. Not that kind of luck. Good luck. Not bad luck. Yeah, all this damn rust all over the magnet is not helping at all. But that's fine. We'll deal with it. That's something that we do, is we deal with it. It's kind of how life works. I like that. Dealing with it. Blew a hole with it in it. I was getting way aggressive with that, but it stuck for right this second. Alright. In all actuality, I mean, that was actually really aggressive for fluxcore, but that did pretty good. I mean, as long as your joint's tight, especially, and, I'll probably take the grinder here in a second and clean that up some, get some of the paint off. I mean, the fluxcore will do it with the paint on there, it doesn't care. But, that's actually a lot more aggressively than I would have expected. I'm still learning. But when I say aggressively, I held the button a lot longer. Anyway, let me get that on there a little bit better. And then we can start manipulating it a little bit. Yeah, I was trying to fix the hole. I have no need to fix the hole right now. So I blew a hole in it. Again, this is fluxcore, and I was being a little bit aggressive. If I approach that right now, I'm going to make a huge mess. So what I want to do is get this gap. Here's my pencil. Make sure this seam right here is good and tight. And I'm going to tack this in flush and everything in a couple more places. Then I'm going to worry about cutting this. Frankly, I'm not even worried about what's on the other side there right now. What I'm trying to do is get structural integrity in this area. Oh my gosh! I don't know, man. I guess it's my subconscious guiding me, because I keep holding that button a lot longer than I feel like I should be, and it's still working. I mean, again, I did blow a hole in that part, but that was not what I'm talking about. It's not perfect by any way, shape, or form. But considering what I've gone through to get here with this particular issue, I think the issues that I'm seeing will be taken care of by Bondo. No, it's not perfect again. But that is, you know, what are they now? $100 if you get the coupon right for the cheapo Harbor Freight fluxcore welder. So for, we'll say $150, I'll say $200. If you went $200, you could get your mask, your hammers, your wire, your gloves, all of that, and get started playing with your sheet metal with fluxcore. Don't be afraid, guys. You get into this with gas and all that stuff, that's great, but you're still going to have to grind all that stuff off. I'm not trying to cause an argument or anything like that. All I'm trying to do is say that it is absolutely possible to do this with fluxcore. And I am no expert. I'm a mechanic. I'm just messing around with this, starting to learn sheet metal. And if anybody is actually watching these, which I know there's some, you've seen that I'm on a steep learning curve in the school of hard knocks. But that's been most of my life, so I ain't scared of that. But, like I said, I'm going to keep going at this. I don't know how much commentary we're going to get, but I'm going to play around with this and try and keep the camera rolling. Yeah, it did what I thought it would do. It blew a hole through it. Alright, well. That's unfortunate. I've got some copper pipe. And the weld won't stick to the copper, theoretically. Again, this is another research thing. I've never done it in practice. I've got some copper pipe that will hammer down to a flat piece that I can stick behind there as a backing plate and see if we can do that. So let's actually get that set up now and see if we can get some of this a little bit more stabilized. Because I don't want to hammer on this thing too much or yank on it until it's relatively solid. I just wanted you to get a better look at that. So yeah, it's super holy and huge gaps, but it is attached. It's tacked into place there. This is sheet metal, folks. This is not structural, like building a skyscraper. But anyway, that top row, the only thing, where's the pencil? That's the only place where I started messing around trying to fill in a hole. The rest of that is one-shot deal. Fluxcore, baby. And again, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy a bottle of gas eventually, but at this point, seeing what I can do right there with my lack of experience, I'm pretty sure, I mentioned it before, I would invest in a TIG setup before I'd start getting concerned about MIG gas, because TIG allows me to do a lot more stuff. Again, leftovers from the house build. I also did HVAC for years. But, you know, if you haven't heard, I'm sort of a hippie, so reduce, reuse, recycle. We're going to cut this a little bit long, just thinking of like handle, stuff like that. And I would never cut this way if I was going to use it for HVAC piping. Just gonna put that there out of the way. I think I'm just going to all I'm trying to do here is make what will be the handle end soft and smooth, so that it doesn't slice my hand open. And you know, I can put some tape over it or whatever. But it's gonna work. Let's get you off of there again real quick. And again, this is all experimental. We're learning together, folks. But if you look behind there, wherever I am, there you go. See our little paddle there? Our little copper backer? You can sort of see what I'm talking about there. No way. Wow, that actually works. That's literally me just putting that paddle back there and sticking the wire in there and going zap. I didn't even try and fix the hole. I just put weld in the hole, which is, I guess, how you fix a hole. But the way to fix a hole, once you've blown a hole through this, is basically wherever you've got some buildup, tack into that and drag it back around the edge, and basically you just slowly build it back in. It's a learning experience. Again, I am no expert by any way, shape, or form. I am learning as you watch. Now, it's supposed to not stick to the copper, but I can get it back out. It sticks, it just doesn't stick. It just doesn't stick permanently. It's tacked it. I know what I mean. Anyhow, alright. So, what I need to do now is actually get the saw back out. Let's see what we can do. I'm going for it. Oh God, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm out of control. Ah. So I could tell as soon as I got past the paddle because it immediately melted away. So the thing is that I'm trying to hold two different things, and as an experienced welder or an inexperienced welder, I got nothing stabilizing anything. So that's what that was happening. Oh, my knees are hurting. Oh, I gotta stand up again. Ow. Oh. Well, that really melts my knee pad thing. Oh. Are you, yep. Good. So we'll clean that up some. Oh. And I'll try and stop saying ow. But again, I know my demographic of who's watching, so you all feel me. Ugh. Oh, I'm totally digging this little paddle thing. I'm showing you because we're learning together. But again, we haven't even started to clean any of this up yet. You'll be surprised at how well this will clean up. shoot. I don't know what y'all looking at, but that looks pretty good for an amateur that don't know what he's doing with some crappy parts that some guy sold him. Now, granted, I wouldn't have had 2 cuts up here if that had been correct, but, you know, again, not perfect, but hey, you realize we just had nothing there. And obviously I haven't cleaned up the top as much. I could fill in some more there too. And what I was talking about the contour is, see if I can grab my lighter, my ruler. Okay, so there's your big, huge gap. You know, it all depends on the angle you look at it, of course. I'm not talking about that. Hello, I could see through the car. Yeah, well, I can hang a door on here now and it won't fall off when you open it. Also, I'm not done yet. Anybody see my tape measure? Be tight. It's gonna be tight. I need to hang the door is what I need to do. That's gonna be probably our best bet at this point. Just before I get any more into welding anything. Wouldn't you guys agree? Let's do that. Let's check the door again. Let's check the door again. I said, oh, let's check the door again. Gotta go in at the same time. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff, yeah. Way too far. Way too far. Perfect. Okay. What I need right now is for you to at least that's close to right. Thank you. Alright, I think we're gonna actually kick this out a bunch. Okay. Won't you pinch me? Hey. Hey now. Okay. I have 2 screws in up top, 2 screws in at the bottom. I think I tightened those already. Yep. Whew. Good thing I didn't pinch myself. Wish me luck. We already said that. Just out of adjustment though. Theoretically. Okay, so I don't even know when I stopped that, but I'm basically, oh, there's that light again. I'm satisfied with the footage that we've got. Doors hung, happy, good. I'm going to put this camera away or not worry about it for a while and work on this for a little while. Then when I get done with whatever I feel like is good and I'm ready to go inside and start editing, I'll probably take another couple shots so that you can see what other progress I've made. And then we'll do our little wrap up on the van seat. So, like I said, basically I'm going to clean up this, put this piece in here, get it tacked in, clean it all up as good as I can. I'm going to bring this around as far as the metal that I have. I'm going to attach all that, try to get that shaped right, and clean it all up, and I'm going to hit it with some primer. And hopefully when I turn this camera back on, you're going to be like, whoa. So hopefully this is a good angle. I wanted to express that I did not just learn the flux core with sheet metal right there on that. I did some repairs around the windows. The pop-out vent windows had a couple areas that I worked on. And the rear window also had an area that I worked on. But before that, when I built this house, another quick story, my father's house, his garage door, the spring that's above your garage door is the, tensioner spring or whatever. Well, it had failed. And so when he got that replaced, I asked him to save, there's a metal tube in the middle, a galvanized metal tube. He didn't understand why, and I was like, because I'll use it for something. Well, basically, I taught myself to flux core weld on thin wall galvanized tubing. And these pieces are basically the process. So it wasn't, just, oh, this is easy. Believe me, I have blown some holes in some steel. And yes, I was wearing a respirator, and yes, I sanded as much of the ground as much of the galvanization off before I did it. But I'll show you what the project was. The handrail for my stairs. So yeah, that's made out of the garage door spring tube. That thin wall galvanized steel. And we weren't going to do this, but I will. All that. You can see at the end I started getting tired of messing around with it. I may take it back off one day and fix that and clean it up and put some OSFO or something on it. Anyhow, yes, I used to make kites for a living. Okay, I stopped what I was in the middle of doing to show you this. So basically, oops, I'm gonna try and put that there. I had a big gap there in the corner where I cut that piece off. So it's not really a coat hanger, but the equivalent of when Bad Chad uses a coat hanger. Chad Hiltz. I don't know why I call him Bad Chad, because that's what his show was called. Anyway, so basically I tacked it in up top, then I cut it to approximately the length I want it. And I'm just going to push it into that gap, hopefully, while I somehow hold a camera at the same time. Okay, you see what I'm trying to do? I'm going to put this down for a second and I'll be right back. Basically, you can see what I did there, I think. And I don't have a tripod, or I'd let you watch. I mean, I guess I can try and put you up here or something. Stay there, be careful, don't fall down, okay? Can you see okay? Yeah, there you go. Just hang in right there. And your microphone can go over there with you. Okay. We'll play for a little while. Now that's probably way more metal than I actually needed there, but I was kind of proving a point. So there's our, I accidentally turned it off. That's our rough work. The rest of the way around the corner. We'll clean it up and get back to you in a minute. I'm going to say I'm pretty proud of that, considering that there's no body work done on that. I can absolutely make it look better too. But there we go. I'm quite confident that I can do any of the rest of this work to make that look right. Again, I'm not done yet, I know that. But I'm going to spray some primer on this so it doesn't start rusting again immediately, since I'm in Florida. And it was 80 degrees yesterday and 40 something this morning. So there is condensation and all kinds of sweating going on. But anyhow, like I said, I could slap some body putty over that and make it look beautiful, but I'm not going to. I'm going to still work on it some more. For now, I'm going to spray some primer on it, and we're going to talk for a second, and then I'm going to go edit. Alright, well, I'm wrapped around welding cables and everything else. But, again, far from perfect, and I know that, but I'm happy with that. It's all the lines look pretty good. I'm not going to say they're perfect, but you know, the cameras. What's funny is the lines that I'm seeing that aren't perfect or that are off are either factory or for where someone else did a repair or something up in here somewhere. That's kind of weird. But again, any of that wonky shapeness, I believe, can still be ground out and or filled in with Bondo. And I can make that look pretty darn good, I'll bet. So. I don't know where my phone is. There it is. I know what it was when I looked this morning, but let's do a quick subscriber count. What's the app I'm looking for? The app. I gotta open up the app. All right, we have 225 subscribers. Anyway, the motorcycle video from last Sunday picked up some steam because of the specific search terms for classic motorcycle restoration and two-stroke vintage Yamaha, all that kind of stuff. So eventually it finds its way to the user groups and forums and Facebook pages and stuff, and people share it. So that finally picked up a little bit of steam. Anyhow, as far as Mr. Hancock, I think he's going to be on hold for a second. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I need to get back out there again, even though they don't do that great. I need to get back out there into the RV, and while it's not raining or anything, pull that floor up, assess what's really going on in that one section, and make sure that we're figuring out where our leak is and sealing that before we do any repairs. Also, the area around the door I know I need to get into. Like I said, just kind of assessing it, and before I do any major repairs, I just want to see how bad. I don't want to spend a bunch of time repairing something and then go somewhere else and find out that there's something either irreparable or very heavily damaged that's not worth fixing. So I want to assess the whole thing first, and I'm not going to bore you with digging at wood. But anyhow, if you made it this far, once again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and share. And if you don't mind, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps us grow the channel. And I say us, meaning me and you, because we're growing this together. Anyhow, once again, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.